Hello everyone, my name is RB Jules. Welcome to STO Handmade Jewelry and Craft Corner. Today I'm going to show you how to do the flat spiral stitch bracelet. That's this bracelet right here. It is fairly easy to make, even if it is your absolute first time beading. It looks complicated, but it absolutely is not complicated. As you can see, you can make them with any beads, and here's a double flat spiral stitch bracelet. We're not going to do that one today, but I just wanted to show it to you. You only need a few materials to make this bracelet here. I use Swarovski crystals, I use 11 seed beads, and I used about 10 millimeter rondelle. So that's what we're going to use today. Okay, so let's get with it. You're going to need approximately 20 to 27 rondelles. Now for me, I need 27. You're going to need 54 bicones. These are 4 millimeter bicones. You can also use 4 millimeter rounds, fire polish beads, or you can use a 6/0 seed bead if that's what you choose. And you're going to need an 11/0 seed bead. Okay, you're going to need a needle. I have a size 10 beading needle. You're going to need an arm span of thread. And you're going to need a clasp. Okay, so let's put these aside and let's get to it. Okay, you're going to pick up two rondelles, drop them all the way down, hold them, because the thread is not knotted at the end, and I should have knotted it at the end. But you want to leave about a 1 to 2 inch tail on your thread. And then you're going to pick up four 11/0 seed beads. You're going to pick up one. Okay, come on now. Come on. You're going to pick up one bicone. You're going to pick up four more seed beads. This is what you should have on your needle. You're going to go up through the two rondelles. Pull your needle through. Okay, you're going to pick up another 4 seed beads, another bicone, 4 more seed beads. Okay, and you're going to go through the other side. You're going to come back up through the other side of the rondelle, the 2 rondelles. And you're going to pull through. And this is what it should look like. Now in the beginning, it's gonna look a little wonky. It might even move around a little bit, but don't worry about it because as we go through, it's going to tighten up. So at this point, you're only gonna add one rondelle from here on in. So you're gonna pick up one rondelle. You're gonna let it drop all the way down. Okay? You're gonna pick up 4 seed beads. You're gonna pick up a rondelle, 4 more seed beads. Okay, that one's a little wonky, so we're gonna pull that one off and we're gonna get another one. Okay, you're gonna go up under the second rondelle. Okay, and pull your needle through. This is a fairly quick bracelet. That doesn't take a lot of time, but I'm taking my time so that you can see how to make this bracelet. So you're going to pick up 4 seed beads. You're going to pick up a bicone, 4 seed beads. And sometimes your beads want to do their own thing, and that's okay. You just go right along with it and keep right on going. Okay, you're gonna go, again, you're gonna go back up under the rondelle and you're gonna pull it. And pull down. Now see what I was saying? It's a little wonky right there. And don't worry about it. The more you do this, they are going to lay down flat on top of each other. And I'm going to show you a little thing that I do to make all of it lay flat together at the very beginning of it, so your bracelet doesn't twist, because I don't like for my jewelry to twist. So you're going to pick up 4 more seed beads. Going to pick up a rondelle, 4 seed beads. And you're going to go, you know what I didn't do? I didn't add the rondelle. So let's take that off. Okay, and let's add the rondelle bead, bring it down, and then pick up the seed beads and the bicone. Yep, mistakes happen, but you just go with the flow. That's pretty much what you do. You just go right along with it. Now you go up through the third rondelle. This is very repetitive. This is all you're going to do the entire time. Sometimes it gets a little tight. And you come up through that rondelle. And then you come up through the 4th rondelle and pull. Okay. You're going to pick up 4 seed beads. Excuse me if you hear any noise in the background. That is the heat. Okay. Okay, one little bead got over here, and we're going to use that one, and we're going to use that one. We're going to pick up 2 more beads. Okay. Then you're going to go up through the 3rd. Again, you're going to go up under the 3rd bead, coming back down on the other side, and pull. I'm left-handed, so hopefully this isn't confusing for anyone, because I am a left-handed beater. So as you can see, these colors are turning out so cool, so pretty. They look like Malibu Barbie beach colors. So we're going to do this together one more time, and then you're going to finish it to your desired length, and then I'm going to show you how to add it with a metal clasp. Okay. I did it again, y'all. Yep. We're going to pick up the bead and drop it down. And then we're going to pick up the beads. Okay. Let's pick up. And then the bicone. The 4 beads. Okay. See? And you're going to go down through the 4th bicone. Sometimes this gets a little tight going up through there, and you just have to wiggle your needle down in there like that, and then bring the other needle up to it. I'm sorry, the other bead up to it. And pull it down. Now, one little tip that I learned in beading is you don't want to pull your thread really hard, because you can strip your thread and make your thread, it won't make it weak, because this is a really good thread, but you'll strip it, and it can lose some of its strength, but it will hold. So that's the one thing I learned. And another thing that I learned is that if you're tired and you're sleepy, it's not a good idea to bead while you're tired and sleepy, because you will make mistakes. Okay? You want to go up through the 4th bead. Come up through the 4th and the 5th beads. And pull. So you want to complete your desired length. I'm going to go and I'm going to finish my bracelet right along with you. And we're going to come back and we're going to add the clasp together. See, as you can see, that the more you bead, the tighter it will get. See that? And you just keep adding them on. So we're going to stop right here, and you're going to go and you're going to complete your bracelet to your desired length, and then we will come back and we'll finish it off together. Hello, so I wanted to pop back on really quick. When you do your work, sometimes your thread may run short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to tie it off and start a new thread, okay? So what we're going to do is go down through some beads. Okay. And yeah. Okay. And sometimes when it's really tight to go back down, you gotta wiggle your way back in there, find some wiggle room to go back up through the next bead. And that's what we're doing, finding some wiggle room to go up through the next bead. Okay, sometimes you have to go up through the second bead. Whatever bead that your needle can comfortably go through. Sorry about that. That's the thread that you want to come up through. Right there. Okay. Bring your needle through there. And you want to go back up through a bead. Okay, and don't worry about this. This is going to be wonky just like that, but we're going to fix it once we add a bead. You want to come up to the side, catch some thread, come back through, and pull. Okay. And you want to do the same thing again. Catch the thread, come up the side, and pull. Go up through the thread on this side. Right there. And take your needle off. And you want to cut down really close to this thread here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. You want to cut it all the way down in there so you can't see it. Okay. Don't lose your place with your thread. Lay this down, pick up your thread, and you want to get another arm span thread. Let's move this camera back up just a little bit. Pull this out so we make sure that you can see exactly what I'm doing here. Sorry about that. Let's pull it out here so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to pull this over to the side. Okay, get your thread, and you want to take a pair of flat nose pliers. Okay. And you want to squeeze the end of the thread. So that's going to make it flat. Okay, then you're going to take your needle, and your thread should go through really easy. Pull it through. And you want to get another, you don't really need an arm span, but half an arm span, comfortable length of thread. Okay. And then what you're going to do, okay, you're going to come up through one of the sides, pull your thread all the way down. And you can have a short tail right here because you already have a long tail on the other side. Okay. And you want to catch your thread excuse me, you want to catch your thread up through here. And you want to come up once. Okay. And we're going to come up again. Sorry for the interruptions, folks. You want to come up through, okay, and pull your needle up through the bicone. Sorry about the noise, folks. You want to come up again, because the object is to hide the knot. Okay. Gonna come up again. And then we're gonna come up through the last bead so we could finish. And we're gonna pull. So, yeah, we didn't hide this great because I used black. If I did it with white, it would hide it much better. So you want to resume adding your bicones and your beads, and we will be back to finish up the bracelet. And we're back. So by now you should have completed the flat spiral bracelet in your desired length, as I have done. Now, as you can see on the ends, it's kind of floppy. So what I do to keep it from being floppy is I go down a couple of beads. Okay. Like that. And what I do is, let's see, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly, is that I go down and catch the second 2 beads and go down. Wait a minute. Do this again. Catch the second 2 beads to go down into the bicone and the bead. Just go down into the bicone and come out. And see, that's going to tighten that up. Okay. And then what you want to do is come down through the other beads. Okay. And you want to go back up through those 3 beads. On this side, come back up through those beads. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to catch these beads, the 3 of these beads. It's better to look at it on this side so you know which side you catch. You're going to come down through all 4 beads and 1 bicone. Okay. And then you're going to catch the next 2 beads in the next row, and you're going to come down. This is going to tighten it up for you. Let me pull my thread down. And then you want to come down through the bicone. Okay. And you can come back up through the beads. These beads right here. And see how it tightens it up? And you can come back up through, let's see, back up through the beads. So now what we're getting ready to do is we're going to make our loop, and we're going to add the loop and the clasp. No, on this side we're going to add the loop. So to do that, we're going to go back down because we want to do a circle. So to do that, and we want to close this little area up right here. So to do that, you're going to go back down through the beads again, through the bicone, because the thing is we want to get to the other side. You want to come back down through the bicone again. Okay, we're going to come up through these beads again. Okay. And we're going to go up through the beads again. Okay. And we're going to go down the side of this bicone, these 3 beads right here. And we're going to come back up the other bead. And we're going to go back up through the bicone and all of the other beads. And what we're going to do, we're going to add, let me see, let's see how many beads fits in here. Let's see. It's either going to be 1 or 2 beads that's going to fit here. So as you can see, it's going to be 2 beads. And you're going to come down. See? And it's going to close it off. And you want to come back down through the bicone and the beads. And you're going to come all the way down. And you're going to come down through the next set of beads. Okay. Then we're going to go back up through these last 2 rondelles. We still have room to wiggle. It just gets a little tight getting up in here. So let's see which way let's come up in here. Okay, so let's see. Sometimes you have to bend it to get it to let you come up through there. There you go. So it lets you come through the other side. So now what we're gonna do, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're gonna come up through these 2 beads right here. And you're gonna count, we're gonna do 12. 1. You're gonna do 6 on one side. And we're gonna pick up the clasp. That's 6. Let's pick up the clasp. Pick up 6 more. Okay, you got 6 more. Now we're going to go through the other 2 beads and we're going to come around. Okay, now once we do this, we're going to go up through the beads because you want to make this pretty sturdy. So you want to go up through the beads. If you can have to go 1 at a time, 2 at a time, however many times the beads will let you go through, that's how many times you're going to go up through the beads. Okay, you want to come down, and we're coming back through these 2 beads again. We're going to do this 1 more time, and this should definitely tighten it up for you. So we're going to do this 1 more time. Okay. Once you get up here by the hole where the clasp is, you want to make sure, because the beads are going to go through it, you want to make sure that you get all of the beads so none of your thread is showing. Okay, let's come through 1 more time. Okay. You're going to come back through the 2 beads again. This time we're going to go back down and we're going to start tying it off. Okay. And you can tie off right here. Make sure that your knot is close. Got caught up in the ring. There we go. Want to make sure that it pulls all the way down. Come down. And you can come down through the hole, down through the rondelle bead. Okay. Pull it down. Okay. And you can tie off into the main part of the rondelle bead. And we're going to tie it off right there. Pull it. Okay, let's pull it harder. And go down through the next one. And pull it. There you go. And what we're going to do, we're going to go back up through 2 seed beads. And we're going to go through the bicone right here. Okay. And we're going to cut it right there. Okay, and then you have one side complete. And we're going to do the same thing for the other side. So let's pull the needle off. Let's thread the other side. You have to mash the needle down a little bit with this thread. Okay. Pull it through. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to go down. Okay. We're going to come up through the bicone. And we're going to catch it right there. We're going to tie it off right there. Okay. And we're going to go back up through the bicone, the 11-0. And we're going to go up through the rondelles. We're going to go all the way up through it. And we're going to do the same exact thing. Turn it over, go through 4 beads and a rondelle. We're going to catch the other 2 beads like we did before. Come down. And pull. Now we're going to come back up through this rondelle here. It's going to be a little tight, but you just have to pull it back. Sometimes the needle just want to, there you go. Pull it back. And you want to come up through this side. I am going to have to add more thread, but I think I have enough to come around. Let's see. We're going to see. I'm going to come up through this side. And we're going to add 2 beads. I've been beading a long time. Actually, I've been handcrafting jewelry a long time. So, I take a lot of chances. And just see how it works out. So, we're going to we're going to close this off. Oof. Let's see if I can pick this thread back up and go through and do another half hitch knot. Cut it off. And you're going to add thread the same way that I showed you. Sometimes the thread wants to do its own thing. There we go. Okay. So we can come down and catch this thread here. Now sometimes you gotta be careful because it's hard to go back through the thread. Yeah, so let me see, I think we got it going through here. Yep, we do. So we're gonna do 1/2 hitch knot right here. So that's what it's called when you start to tie off. And sometimes I back out. And we're gonna go through some beads. Hide the thread. We're gonna cut this off because we've run out of thread, and we're gonna use the other piece of thread. So I'm going to rethread this, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you just how to add the other, we're going to add the other part as we did the other one. So I'll be right back. So now that I have rethreaded my piece, and I have enough thread now to finish it, you're going to go through the 2 beads like we did before, okay? And then you're going to pick up 14 beads because you're going to make sure you got enough beads for the clasp. On the other side, you had the clasp as part of the beads that took up the space. So now on this side, you want to make sure that you have more than enough beads to hook your clasp securely and your piece stays in place. And I wasn't counting. So we got 7. Now let's pick up 7 more. So we have a total of 17. I'm sorry, I said 17 because I said 7 last. We have a total of 14 beads on here. So we're going to go through we're going to go through these same 2 like we did before. I'm going to come through. And we're going to go through these a couple of times like we did before and finish this up. So just to let you know, there are so many types of threads out there you can use. My go-to is Fireline or Wildfire because they are very good threads. They are waterproof. Your piece will last long with, reasonable wear and tear. We have to remember it is art jewelry, okay? And we made this piece with thread and not metal. So with reasonable wear and tear, it will last. Of course, you will have to fix it from time to time. But most of my jewelry pieces, I've only had to fix maybe once or twice within like 2 or 3 years of wearing a piece. Like 2 or 3 years later, sometimes even longer. Unless it's my favorite piece. And if it's my favorite piece, then it's 2 years that I'll have to go back and fix the clasp or fix the beads. Okay. So we're going to come through one more time. And you want to pass as many times as you safely can pass through your bead. So it'll feel as secure as possible And that's usually 2 or 3 passes. And it also depends on the type of beads. Like toe holes, the holes are much larger. So you probably can get through them about 4, maybe 5 times using a smaller needle so your beads won't pop, because they will pop and break. And that's the last thing you want to happen. So we've done this 3 times and this is pretty secure. And then we're going to go through like we did on the other side. We want to get through these 4 beads. This bead here. Okay. Come through that bead and we're going to start doing some half hitch knots. Like I said, be careful coming through the beads when you start to feel it feel snug or hard to pull. Be really, really careful. So you want to come through and come through the bicone and come through the other bead. Okay. Let's flip it over. Come through that bicone. And you want to add 1 knot carefully. Add 2 knots. Pull, pull, pull really hard. Go down through the beads and then you can go down, if you can, go down through the center beads. Sometimes it's really hard to do this, and if you can get through it once or twice. Okay, and like I said before, sometimes you have to bend it. See how it, and then it will cooperate. You just have to bend it and pull. And I'm gonna put these beads aside because now we are finished. And pull. Excuse me, sinus is bothering me a little bit. And there you have it, folks. Here is your bracelet. I hope you enjoy it because I'm going to enjoy wearing it. Definitely going to enjoy wearing it. There you go. There's your bracelet. So until next time, happy crafting.